We'll talk about a leap of faith. We're also talking about Sania Mirza now, who's been, of course, one of India's top professional sports persons for a decade now. Following in her footsteps is now her younger sister, Anam Mirza. But creating her own path, she's scaling the heights of a different sport altogether, while shooting. So after winning a silver medal at the National Invitation Championships in Pune last month, Anam is now in Delhi to get some practice under her belt. So we spoke to both the sisters about Anam's shooting and, of course, also coming out of her sister's shadow.
It's very difficult to produce a top-notch sports person, especially in a country like India, but the Mirza household has done it twice now, it seems. Let's talk to Sania Mirza and her sister, Anam Mirza, who's also on her way to making a mark, albeit on a different court altogether. Sania and Anam, thanks a lot for talking to us. Sania, your sister has seen you, playing professional tennis, professional sport for such a long time. Now she's turning out to be a very avid shooter in her own right. How does that make you feel?
No, it's great. I think we're really proud of her, and it's funny because she never used to practice as well, and she was already so good, and we used to push her all the time saying, why don't you go practice, you're so good. And finally now she's, in the last 1 year or so, she's really picked it up and really started working hard, and I think we're all very proud. It's a completely different it's amazing. It's a completely different feeling. I mean, there's me and there's Shoaib now in the family as well. And then to have her who's doing a completely different sport. She's doing very well and we're very proud of her.
So, Anam, why not tennis and why shooting?
I guess ever since the beginning, I mean, I liked watching tennis, but it wasn't something what I wanted to do. And yeah, shooting just came along as...
You were always very clear that you wanted to play a sport?
No, I don't think so. I actually wanted to be a dentist at a point of time, but yeah, something happened and just started shooting.
Yeah. And Sania, did you ever try to influence her into picking up your sport, perhaps, or did you warn her against it because you know just how professional tennis is?
No, I think she's smart enough to know how difficult it was. So she was the smart one in the family. I used to always say she's the smart one. She always chose studies over tennis. She actually, I don't know if you remember when she was very, very young. She used to always say, oh, Api, you're so, she calls me Api, and she said, Api, you're so tanned, I'm never going to play tennis because you're always so tanned. And she was always worried about the fact that she'll get tan, and she said, I'm never going to play because I don't want to be as dark as you. That was her biggest concern. And, hence she, I guess, somewhere in the back of the mind, she chose a sport where it's in air conditioning and it's inside, and it's a lot easier not to be tan.
But shooting is a very specific kind of sport, You have to be a certain kind of a person to like shooting as a sport. What drew you to it?
I actually started shooting about 8 years ago when Rathore won his medal. I went and shot in like the Bombay Mela, the Mahim Mela, the balloons, and that's how I picked it up. You have to be really calm for shooting, and I guess I'm calm.
No,
calmer than her.
She's the more patient one. Out of the two of us, that's not my strength.
But sport is sport. Do you give her any tips about just how to handle a sporting mentality and how to deal with ups and downs?
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, she's just starting off her career, and I think in shooting you can play for a much longer time than you can in tennis, which is great. And, she started off and she's already done so well to win a silver, and she's ranked in the top 7, top 5 of the country, and it's great. And I can help her mentally, in whatever capacity that I can. I know nothing. I've tried to shoot once or twice. It goes nowhere where you think it's going to go. It looks so much easier than it actually is. I guess that's like any other sport. So it's a very difficult sport. It's not for me because patience is not my strength, and I think she's the right person in the family to have picked up that sport. And I told her that she has to try to play as many tournaments as possible, because I think match practice is something that goes in every sport, and I think that's why she's here, and she's trying to try to get as many match situations as possible.
So tell us more about the tournaments that you'll be playing next, and what you hope to achieve in the next few weeks.
I have this North Zone tournament coming. I'm not from the North Zone, but I'm just playing for practice. Then I have this small Ankar coming. Then I have my nationals. And I have under 19 nationals, so that's that for 1 month, for the next 1 month.
So what is like the short-term goal that you've made for yourself in shooting, in a sense, next 6 months, 8 months?
I actually want to score the qualifying score for the Indian squad, for the junior squad, and that's supposed to be 360. So I'm going to try in every competition that I shoot over 360.
We wish you all the best, and we hope that this winning duo continues to stay and remain a winning duo, because we definitely need more girl power in Indian sports and just bigger strength in Indian sports. Thank you.